What's up, my brothers? How you guys doing? It's Mr. Potato coming to you live once again. Let's test another format today. Let's see how we can make this thing interesting. I thought that since this night I'm going to be watching the UFC, maybe it's a good idea for us to maybe take a look at the fight, see what's going to happen today in the UFC. We have a stacked card today, and I got my boys here from Brazil fighting on the main event, Gilbert Burns and Alex Pereira. And man, it's going to be a wild fight today, man. So let's take a look at what is how the UFC is going to be today. Ooh. Okay, let me click here. Pop, 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 pop. Fuck yeah. So like I said, today we have Alex Pereira versus Israel, the last stylebender Adesanya. Ooh, this fight is going to be fucking awesome. The fourth time that they are fighting. Alex already beat Israel 3 times, 2 times in kickboxing and 1 time in the UFC. And it's going to be a wild fight. The co-main event is also, it's actually the fight that I really want to see because there's more, it's more interesting. There's more going on there. I really think that with Izzy and Alex, we are watching a kickboxing fight primarily. And this time, I think Izzy is going to take things to the ground way more and try to really make Alex more tired in the beginning of the match, so he maybe lose all the power that knocked Izzy out 2 times. The first fight, it was a decision for Alex in kickboxing. But before we break down the main events, let's take a look at what else we have here. Let's take a look at the preliminary cards. Fuck yeah. Let's see if there's something interesting here. So the welterweight bout between Michael Chiesa and Li Jingliang is going to be a nice fight. It's worth watching for sure. The fight from Chris Barnett and Chase Sherman was Chris Barnett is not going to be fighting. Carl Williams is taking his spot, and heavyweight fights in the UFC is not my thing. Especially now that John Jones is taking over the fucking heavyweight division with that bad man at the top. It's going to be really rough for the big boys. Because the thing about the UFC and the heavyweights in the UFC in particular, man, the genetic talent for really giant dudes go to the NBA and to the NFL, you know. And when a guy with the genetic talent that had the genetics to go to the fucking NFL goes to the UFC, a guy like John Jones, both of his brothers are Super Bowl champions. Man, it's fucking hard to deal with that level of talent, man. It's fucking gnarly. Ooh, let me see the chat here. What's up, Jake? How you doing, boy? Yo, thanks for coming by, bro. How you guys doing today? How are you doing today? Gonna watch the UFC tonight? I'm going to break down some of the fights before we start talking about fitness and all the fitness stuff, the usual fitness stuff. Let's see. This middleweight bout between Gerald Meerschaert and Joe Pyfer. 35 fights. The dude has 50 fucking fights. He's a veteran, and I don't even know who he is. Sorry, Gerald. I'm not really interested in this fight. Let's see. Michelle Waterson versus Luana Pinheiro. Luana is coming hot on the UFC. I think she's going to pose a lot of problems to Waterson, but I don't really have an opinion on who will win or not. Now, Chris Curtis versus Kelvin Gastelum. This is a nice fight. Kelvin is a gnarly fighter, man. This dude, one of the best fights that you can watch if you have the UFC Fight Pass and want to see some old fights that are really gnarly. It's Kelvin Gastelum against Izzy Adesanya, man. That fight was insanity. This dude really showed his heart when he fought against Izzy. So I'm putting my chips on Kelvin for sure. What's up, Lloyd? How you doing, man? Yo, thanks for coming back. Woo! Iron Mind is listening to. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Yeah, man. She's going to start on the weights in the summer. So any tips for a 50-something-year-old woman starting 505? Oh, for sure, man. Just take it easy. Focus on form on the beginning, and tell her that she doesn't need to be afraid of the heavy weights. If she feel that it's really, she will think that anything is really heavy, but make her feel comfortable picking up heavy shit, putting a barbell on her back, and that's exactly what she needs to do. She needs to be going really heavy, because the thing that will benefit her the most is the force going through her body and improving tendon quality, bone quality, and especially for older women, eventually they start to get all sorts of bone problems and pre-osteoporosis and that stuff. So the weights are incredible for her. Make sure that she starts at 505 as heavy as she fucking can, and she will benefit greatly from it. For sure, bro. For sure. Woo! Let's see, take a look at the main event of the evening. The main event of the evening. Yo, this dude. Let me see if oh, it is showing on the stream. This dude, Raul Rosas Jr. This dude is the real deal, bro. 7 fights, 7 fucking professional fights. 18 years old. This dude is insane, bro. This I even picked some highlights from his to show you guys. Look at this kid fighting. Pure warrior spirit, man. You can't teach these things at such an early age, you know. Watch this dude fighting, man. It's insanity. Let's put him right here. Okay, jab, 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 boom. Look at his wrestling, bro. That double leg was insane. Look how he uses his hips to control. Oh fuck, this dude is fucking fantastic. Only 18 years old. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now he's going to grind a fucking arm lock. Give me your arm, boy. Give me your arm, boy. Give me your arm, boy. Give it to me. Bye bye. This dude is insane, bro. Check this out. Boom, feint. Oh, dude, he feints with a flying knee and go for the takedown, man. Check this out. Feints, boom, takedown. Oh, fuck, this dude is fucking fantastic, bro. This dude is legit. It's not a fluke that he's on the main card, bro. With in such an early age, you need to pay attention to Raul Rosas Jr. This dude is awesome, bro. Awesome. Fuck yeah, bro. Let me take a look at the chat. I'm just blabbering about UFC here. Oh, fucking awesome, man. Tell her. She's going to benefit a lot from heavyweight training, bro. Women in particular, it's better for women than for men, because men have fucking tons of testosterone. Even if you're getting older and even if you're getting older and your testosterone dips a little bit, you still have a ton of testosterone flowing in your body. So muscle atrophy is not that big of a problem. Your bone quality is not that big of a problem. But for women, that shit, especially when you start to get a little bit older, it start to get real funky if you don't take care of your fucking skeletal muscular system. So tell her, man, squats, deadlifts, even bench presses are kind of optional, but squats and deadlifts and overhead presses, that shit will fucking be awesome for her. Please make sure that she start doing it. Especially because you guys have a setup in your porch. There's no reason not to be doing it, you know. So, bros, here, Raul Rosas Jr. If you're placing bets today, that's the name you need to place some bets for sure. There's only that one caveat to all this. He's young as fuck, so maybe if Christian comes and surprises him with something. Maybe these young talented these young talents sometimes they get caught on things that only veterans know, you know. So he for sure has the talent that he's in. We will for sure be listening to his name more on the next on the following years. But hey, sometimes the young kids they get surprised when they are inside the octagon. I really don't know if that's the case for Raul, but yeah, I am going to play some bets on this boy for sure. Then we have Kevin Holland and Santiago Ponzinibbio. Both are out of the welterweight rankings right now, and Kevin did UFC a solid by replacing Nate Diaz against Khamzat Chimaev when Khamzat failed the scale, and Kevin stepped up and got absolutely mauled by Khamzat Chimaev in the first round and darts his head into the oblivion and got choked out by Khamzat. Santiago is also coming from a loss against Geoff Magnus, if I remember correctly, which is the dude. It's a bad dude. He is in the rankings right now, but wait, both are coming off of losses, so they will be fighting for their spot in the top 15. So for sure, this fight is going to have a lot of a lot of action. Then we have the bantamweight bout here between Rob Font and Adrian Yanis. And the guy that I'm picking in this fight is this boy right here, Adrian Yanis. This guy probably has the slickest boxing in UFC right now. It's fucking insane. His jab is absolutely mind blowing. His control of distance and he can crack, boy, especially for such a small weight division. Usually people are not getting that many knockouts like our boy Adrian is doing right now. So check this fight, and this dude is the real deal in the boxing in the division. And fuck, Rob Font is a great dude, but I'm placing my money on this boy, Adrian Yanis. And the fucking co-main event and main event. I want to talk about the main event first because the fight that I want to see today is the co-main event between Gilbert Burns and Jorge Masvidal. These two dudes are probably my favorite fighters, so I really want to see them go at each other. But Alex Pereira against Israel Adesanya, it's weird, bro, because I have a sense that Alex has Izzy's number. And one thing, like I'm Brazilian, and I know I'm supposed to cheer for the Brazilian every fucking time, but Izzy has a special place in my heart, bro. I really love his technicality, the way that he fights. I know that he doesn't cut that much weight, and I think that cutting weight like crazy is essentially cheating. And Alex is a guy that cuts a ton of weight. He could be easily a heavyweight, and he's fighting at 185, and that's pretty insane to me. And well, I think Easy needs to step it up his game. I think what he is going to do in this fight is really try to tire Alex, use more of his wrestling, use more of his jiu-jitsu, and really don't trade that money punches with fucking Alex Pereira, because when you trade punches with Alex Pereira, you're one touch away from the canvas, you know. This dude Alex Pereira has the fucking touch of death, you know. His nickname is Poatan, which means in the Native American here in Brazil, the his nickname means hands of stone. So man, he really has that hand of stone, bro. This guy is a bad motherfucker. And Easy, I don't know if Easy can stand in front of him for 5 rounds and survive, to be really honest. But if Easy is smart and use his wrestling more, use his ability to control where the fight is going to take place, I think Easy has a real shot of defeating Alex this time. He almost finished him with a submission in the last fight. You know, I think that's the path to victory for Easy. And I hope that he doesn't go stand toe to toe with Alex, and he really do what he needs to do to win the fight. Because I'm rooting for Easy for this one. Although if Alex wins, man, hey, a fellow Brazilian with a title around his waist is fucking awesome to me too. So if it doesn't matter who wins this fight, I'm stoked about any one of them winning the fight. Now, Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal. Man, these two dudes are fucking dogs, you know. Gilbert Burns is a warrior, man. He is that guy that will fight anyone, anytime, any place. If he wasn't being paid to fight, he would be fighting. And Jorge Masvidal, even his nickname says everything. It's game bred, bro. I don't know if you guys know what game bred comes from, but it's essentially dogs that are bred to fight when they are even if they are smaller and they are taking a beating, they fight to the death. That's what game bred means in dogfight. And Jorge Masvidal, bro, he's game bred, bro. He used to fight back in the day in the Kimbo Slices videos on YouTube. He's insane, bro. The dude's been fighting for almost 20 years, but at the highest level. And I fucking love watching his fights because his heart speaks for itself, man. He fights from the beginning to the end, and these two dudes are going to put up a show today. It's going to be an awesome fucking fight. And but I give it to Gilbert, bro, because Gilbert is a way more well-rounded fighter. And after what Gilbert did to Hamza Chimaev, man, I don't know if you guys know, but in the welterweight division, there's a boogeyman, Boris Hamza Chimaev, the Chechnyan guy. That dude is insane. He is absolutely mauling and destroying everybody in the first round. Everybody but Gilbert Burns, bro. Gilbert Durinho. Gilbert went there and almost finished the fight, and he's going to take Jorge to a really gnarly night, man. So I guess that's it about the UFC. Let's talk a little bit about Quora now. Let's go take a look at some questions and talk to you guys here on the chat. What did you guys think about the UFC breakdown? If you guys liked it, I might do it more often. Woo! Ah, I'm tired, bro. So, here's my Quora page. For those of you that never came here before, it's mrpotato.quora.com. And here you can send me questions. You just come here on questions and ask anything. You write anything here and the question comes to me and I can later or either type it, or right now I'm going to be taking the questions that people sent me here and I'm going to answer them in this video and late in this live stream. And later I'm going to clip it off and post it on Quora directly to the person that asked the question. So let's take a look at what we have here. If you want to send questions via chat too, just send here on the chat. I'm going to be taking questions from the chat too. And let's fucking go, bro. Unanswered questions. Boom, boom. We have a question here from Behemoth11. Excuse me, Mr. Potato. I've been going to the gym consistently now for 3 weeks, while on a high protein fiber diet now. I'm not feeling any DOMs. Is this normal? Fuck yeah, bro. This is absolutely normal, especially if you are using a well-designed program, because DOMS is just damage. Damage happens at the highest, the highest levels of damage that you are going to experience are when you introduce novelty exercises. So let's say that you are already an experienced lifter. You are doing like your 5x5s like Jake. You are doing 5x5 every week and it's been 6 months. You are not going to be feeling DOMS every time you work out. But if you change the exercises that you are doing, let's say you are doing squats 3 times a week and then you decide to 1 week change your squats to lunges. When you start doing lunges, that novelty, that new pattern of motion that is being imposed to your muscles is going to change how your body is going to react. The motor units that weren't being stimulated before by the other exercises that you were doing they are not prepared to receive that load of metabolic stress. So they are not prepared to send all the metabolites to fight the acidity that causes that causes DONS. DONS, for those that don't know, it's delayed onset muscle soreness. It's that soreness that we feel after a gnarly workout. And when you are a beginner, everything is novelty. You didn't stimulate any muscle. So that's the first adaptation that happens when you start training. Your body starts to learn how to send the metabolites to the fucking muscle cell and protect it from the acidity of heavy resistance training. So it's completely normal that you are not feeling any DOMs, and you will only feel DOMs when you do a fucking insane set to failure or beyond, or when you change the exercises that you are doing. But not feeling DOMs, it's optimal, especially if you are just starting. You need to be able to go to the gym essentially almost every fucking day and do a solid workout without feeling banged up in the following days. I guess that's it. Another question about DON'ts that probably people will be interested in knowing is that the first day after your first workout is going to be a little bit rough. But the second day is the day that is going to be really rough. So if you introduce a new exercise, or you are just started training and you feel, oh shit, in the first day you feel, holy shit, I can't walk right now, I'm barely being able to move my arms, prepare for the second day, because the second day is going to be worse, way worse. And one strategy to maybe combat that is going to the gym and just moving really light weights and pumping blood to the area that is already sore, to combat that soreness and accelerate their healing process. Because it's the blood, it's the stuff that is in the bloodstream and in the blood that is shuttled directly to the muscle that really causes the muscle to recover faster. So I guess that's it, Behemoth number 11. Congratulations for joining the Iron Path, my brother. And that's it, bro. Bang iron. Let's take a look at the other question here. We got a question from Danny Barrett, former nuclear plumber at United States Navy. Oh, fuck, man. That's an awesome fucking job, bro. What is the best way to lose weight and maintain or build muscle? Ooh, that's complicated. I'm currently obese and my doctor says don't worry about building muscle until I get my body fat under 20% and my visceral fat less than 10 pounds. There has got to be a way to combine weight training and protein uptake along with fasting so that my body switches between fat loss and muscle strength building quickly. Isn't that? Let me open up this question even further because it's a big question. Boom. Switches between fat loss and muscle strength building quickly, isn't there? Like protein only on weight training day and intermittent fasting on others. Any suggestion? Okay, your doctors are not wrong, but you don't need to not build muscle. This is stupid. You need to be you need to be introducing strength training and building muscle for sure. Heavier emphasis on cardio in your training is going to be really optimal for you, because when you're trying to lose weight, bro, I know diet is really important, but cardio is going to make your dieting efforts insanely easier. Another thing that you are doing here that it's probably not the best idea, don't use different strategies for each day. Like, today I'm strength training, I'm going to use one dieting strategy. The next day I'm not training, so I'm going to reduce my calories or do another thing. What you need to be doing right here is the implementing one strategy and sticking to it. It's about consistency and informing your body something that it can predict, you know. Your body will not change its composition if you change what you are giving, what is the stimulus that you are giving to it constantly. It can change slower, but if you want really sustainable and consistent progress in your fat loss and muscle building, which especially if you are obese right now, you can lose fat and gain muscle simultaneously. Okay, anyone listening to this, if you are over 20% body fat, over 30% body fat, no, you don't need to focus on losing just fat. You can build muscle and lose fat simultaneously. It's just impossible if you are already really lean. If you are already 18%, 15%, yeah, you are not going to build a lot of muscle if you don't gain fat alongside it. You need to be in a caloric surplus in that case. But if you are obese right now, you don't need to be in a caloric surplus. You can be implementing a caloric deficit, a mild caloric deficit of 300 to 500 calories. To do this, you don't need to be a fucking psycho and count every single calorie that you ingest. The best strategy is just standardizing your fucking diet. This means try to eat more or so the same things. If you are able to do a meal prep, that's awesome. If you can use some service that send foods to you already measured or prepackaged, like Freshly and all, there's tons of options for that. And the main thing is having the portion sizes all standardized so that you can know when you are taking something out. So let's say that you have something blatantly wrong with your diet right now. Let's say you are drinking a fucking jug of soda every fucking day. Just switch that fucking soda to fucking light soda or another 0 calorie beverage, and that will already implement the caloric deficit that you need to start losing fat progressively over time. And then you stack your strength training on top of that, and you are going to be boosting your metabolism and building muscle while you are doing it. And to build muscle in the beginning is extremely simple. It's just a matter of showing up, because your muscles are extremely plastic and they want to change. If you go there and you start doing heavy bench presses and squats and doing your overhead presses and all that good shit, your body will instantly start responding to the training. Even if you're eating the worst diet in the world, even if you're doing everything else wrong, in the beginning your body wanna change, your muscles wanna adapt. It's when you become a little bit more experienced and you already have a nice foundation of muscle that you need to be really careful with all the other variables about your strength training to build muscle. So to, let me touch on your intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, do it every day. Just keep doing it. And I don't know if it's a great idea for you to be, if you want to really start implementing exercise into your routine to build muscle, to build performance, build your health. If you only use fucking protein and you don't use carbs and other sources, the other basic macronutrients, you are going to be drained out and flat and feel like shit pretty fast. So I would recommend that you introduce great carbs in your diet too. Use potatoes and rice and all the basic shit, carrots, beets, all the fucking regular food that people wait for the eternity. And emphasizes more of your efforts into your fucking training. And do your cardio, bro. Do your cardio. If you don't want to do cardio, you're doing a disservice for yourself. The dieting efforts will be substantially higher, substantially harder, and you don't want that, bro. If you're shooting for sustainability and the ability to actually change your body for good, you need to be you need to be you need to be stacking all the ships that you can in the right direction. Okay, so do your fucking diet, do your intermittent fasting, pay good attention to your sleep. To take care of your sleep, you don't need to obsess about it. You don't need fancy stuff tracking your fucking sleep. No, we evolved to fucking sleep. Our body knows how to fucking sleep. The only thing that you need to pay attention in your sleep is, and you need to wake up at the same time and you need to go to sleep at the same time. So your circadian rhythms, the pulses of all the hormones that will support your fat loss, like human growth hormone, testosterone, thyroid hormone, they happen at the correct time. If they are out of sync, if your sleep is all over the place, no amount of dieting is going to get rid of your fucking fat. So take fucking care of your sleep, take fucking care of your dieting, and train, motherfucker. Do your fucking weight training and don't slouch on your cardio. The cardio, it's obvious, bro. It's obvious. Cardio supports fat loss. You know why experts online are saying that cardio doesn't support fucking fat loss? It's because they are trying to sell you their bullshit. That's the only reason they are saying that some people say that, oh, you don't need cardio, don't need cardio. I don't need cardio my fucking ass. Cardio is important for fat loss. Whoo, that's it, bro. Thanks for the question. Stay on the iron path, bro, and smash those goals of yours, bro. Thank you for the question, Danny. Oh, there's another question from Danny here. let's go for the next person. Oh, hail the Spud Lord! No, bro. All hail the fucking Almighty Brother. How you doing, TSJ? All good today, bro? So we have another question here from Jim Kendrick. I'm confused about calories for my goals. I'm 52 and have been strength training for about 4 months. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations on joining the fucking Iron Path. That's awesome, Jim. I'm 6 feet tall and 160 pounds. Ooh, your boy is skinny. I've always had a slender frame. My scale says 17% body fat, but I don't believe it. Oh yeah, damn fucking lying scale. I'm not joking. It's the fucking scales suck. Don't pay attention to it. I eat about 2,000 calories per day and drop to 1,700. Ooh, that's low. On the rest days, the same advice that I just gave Benny. No, you don't change your fucking diet on the rest days. If anything, you even increase your fucking diets on the rest days, because it's when you fucking rest that your muscles are being built. It's when you need the fucking protein and the fucking calories in your system is when you're fucking resting, bro. You don't reduce calories when you're resting. You ramp it. You either maintain them or maybe ramp them up. Okay. So I get about 150 to 170 grams of protein. My goal is to get stronger, but I'm not trying to get huge. Huge. Let's see. This question is gigantic. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. I don't want to get huge. I still have a bit of belly fat I'd like to lose as well. So I guess you could say recomposition. Yeah. And am I eating enough? After initially losing about a pound per week, I've been at 160 pretty steadily for a couple of months. I just had my annual physical, and so I know my visceral fat around my organs had been trimmed quite a bit. Is it? Oh, congratulations on that, bro. That's pretty important for health. Is it time for me to start eating more calories to better fuel muscle growth, or should I stay the course? Perfect, bro. I pretty much already said what you need to do here. You need to ramp up your calories. You are for 6 feet tall, bro. 160 is pretty light. It's pretty light. If you are still kind of skinny fat at 160 and 6 feet tall, bro, it's time to build some fucking muscle, bro. And to build muscle, we need to implement that fucking not a huge caloric surplus, but you shouldn't be feeling like you are under eating. You shouldn't be eating too little. Just eat enough that you feel fucking great when you are in the gym, when you are out throughout the day. So let's say if 2,000 calories does that for you, I would say that it's maybe try to go to 2,500. 2,500 is probably a good number to. You're not going if you start gaining body fat like crazy, then train the number of calories a little bit, but focus on eating on a surplus for a while. You will gain a little bit of fat, but if you are training intensively, you are not going to build that much fat, and you are still pretty young in your lifting career, so you will build muscle really fast. This is the best time to make some gnarly gains. So focus on that, bro. Focus on building muscle. If you build a nice base, a nice foundation of muscle and strength, um, you will your fat loss efforts in the future, if you want to like improve the aesthetic quality of your fucking body, are going to be way easier, bro. You need to have a lot of muscle to look better when you are in a lower body fat percentage, because you are probably at a pretty low body fat percentage at 160 and 6 feet tall. To put it into context, I'm 177 right now, and I'm 17, more or so 17% body fat. And so if you are still fluffy at 160, bro, yeah, you need more muscle in that frame. Thanks for the question, Jim. Anyone on the chat right now, or am I talking to myself today? Talking to the moon. Fuck, bro. Hey, if anyone have any questions here on the chat, bro, let's talk, bro. I want to talk with people today, man. It's fucking hard to be all by myself. Jacob Wall, how you doing, my brother? Woo! Dude, you the boss, man. You are the fucking boss, bro. Thanks for all the support you gave me, bro. You are incredible. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. I'm here. I'm right fucking here, right now. Today is the day, motherfuckers. Woo! Oh, let's see, bro. So can a rowing machine do what? Ache? The question got a little bit chopped off. Pum 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 pum. Which question did I last? Oh, it was Jim Kendrick, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Jim. So can a rowing machine be adequate for cardio? I can stick around 185 BPM heart rate. I'm 33 and obese, 220 pounds. Here's the thing. It can, but it's the same deal as the fucking any cycling machine or going on a bike ride or something like that. You need to really be going ham to use it as cardio. It's way easier to slack out a little bit when you are doing the rowing machine and when you are cycling on a bike or essentially any non-hit cardio, you know. That's why I'm always talking about jogging. There's people that don't like fucking jogging, but it's borderline impossible to jog without putting a strain on your fucking heart, without making your blood pump like crazy. And we are born to fucking jog. That's why I'm all for it. It's the all that same deal that I'm always talking about persistence hunting. Our body evolved to fucking do cardio and jog. Our legs are designed to serve as elastic bumpers that transfer energy and makes us keep jogging, keep walking, keep running for long distance. It's our fucking superpower in the animal kingdom. So going away from our nature like that, I don't think it's a great idea. But rowing machines are fucking awesome. Yeah, you can do a gnarly cardio session with them. You just need to turn the switch. You need to enter the session understanding that if I don't give my all to this fucking machine, I'm underperforming at what I need to be at how hard I need to be performing in my cardio session. So you have a heart rate monitor. That's awesome. You can look if you are in a zone 2, zone 3, zone 4. I don't know if the app that you use give you that information if you are inside a zone 2 or zone 3. But if you are between zone 2 and zone 3 with a upper body cardio like that, it's probably optimal and you can do an early session with it for sure. And the good thing is that the rowing machine, at least for me, even though it's not directly, I wouldn't call it like strength training, but it gives a nice quality to your back. So all those fucking reps and using your body, learning how to pull with your body, your entire body on the machine is a great lesson for when later you are going to do some fucking dumbbell rows and barbell rows. You start to understand a little bit better all those repetitions make you understand a little bit better how your body is supposed to be rowing. And so when you are going to row something really heavy on a one arm dumbbell row, for instance, you will learn how to really bring that bring the entire body to the movement to be able to move more fucking weight. So it's awesome, bro. It's a good option for cardio for sure. Although I always prefer jogging, but that's my bias. That's my bias. I'm a fucking jogging machine. I'm a fucking crazy jogging machine, bro. Yay, no problem, Jacob. No problem, bro. What else do we have here? And how are things going on your side, bro? Outside of fitness, everything going great? Let's see what else we have here. Robert Hansen. I'm. Oh, let's see. TSJ has something. Quick opinion on those lateral raise machines. The one you lift with your elbows and forearms. They are fucking awesome. They are excellent, to be honest. There's only one thing that I don't like about them. It's that they isolate your shoulders way more. Okay? But when I'm doing dumbbell lateral raises, because the weight is so far away from your fucking from your body when you are at the top of the contraction, it increases the level of stabilization that your traps need to do to maintain your posture, to maintain your shoulder girdle into place. So what ends up happening is that you are hitting both your fucking shoulders and your traps. And some people think that's, oh no, I'm going to have bigger traps too. That's stupid. I can't have bigger traps. I want to only have bigger shoulders. Otherwise, people are going to think that I'm a motherfucking juicer. No, 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 no. The lateral raise machine will fucking isolate the fucking shoulders way better, because you are going to be moving the implement through your elbow like you said, and that will for sure target the fucking shoulder better. But I want shoulders and traps, so I like the fucking dumbbells. But both are solid options and incredible. So if you like doing them, go for it, bro. Go for it. So let's see this question from Robert Hansen here. I'm 49.2 years. No, no, I'm 49. 2 years into lifting and running. Oh, that's awesome. Been taking creatine for about 6 months, but have read that you should cycle on and off, as well as continue to take it daily. What is the right way to use it? All right. Creatine. If you have some problems, if you already have liver problems and you are using creatine at the appropriate rate, which is about 5 to 10 grams a day, depending on how fucking gigantic you are, um, if you already have fucking liver problems, then it's probably a good idea to cycle on and off of creatine. If you don't have any, fuck, I don't know if I'm fucking butchering the which organ process creatine. It's the liver or the pancreas. I can, I will be certain about it when I post a question for you on Quora. But if not, if you don't have any problems with your fucking organs, then creatine, bro, it's just the fucking most basic fuel for muscle contraction. Muscle contraction has two basic fuels, okay? It's glycogen and phosphocreatine. When you insert more creatine in your body, it goes outside of the muscle cell, and the muscle cells, since it's saturated in your bloodstream, the muscle cell says, hey, there's a ton of fucking creatine here, we can stack this cell full of creatine, and will not it's not going to take resources out of other muscle cells that might need it. So you saturate the amount of creatine that is inside your muscle cells, and it allows you to essentially do a little bit of one or two extra reps each set. Another thing that fucking creatine does is it serves as fuel for thinking, for the fucking brain. The brain thrives on creatine. So like my wife struggles with depression. She used to take those SSRIs and everything. This is not evidence by any means. This is not a prescription by any means. I'm not saying that creatine will cure a depression or something. But for my wife, she feels way better when she's taking creatine, and makes a lot of sense scientifically because of the fuels, the things that fuel the thoughts on the brain, and a good neurochemistry. Okay, so creatine is fucking awesome. You need to be taking it. The right way to take it is to take 5 to 10 grams a day and ramp your water intake in about 10 to 20%. The thing is, creatine binds to water when it accesses the muscle cells. So for it to do the thing that it needs to be doing inside your muscle cell, it needs to have extra water available in the bloodstream so it can use it to access the fucking muscle cell and stay inside it. So ramp up your water intake, take 5 grams of creatine on top of that. You don't need to cycle off if you don't have any other health issues. That's it, bro. That's the way to go with creatine. What's up, Bob? How you doing, bro? In your experience, is high frequency better if the volume is the same? That's a fucking awesome question, bro. Listen, it all depends on the goals. For muscle size and for endurance, higher frequencies are better even if the volume stays the same. Okay? What I mean by that is, let's say you are doing a push pull legs. If you do push pull legs, and do it 6 times a day, and you spread it all out throughout the week, you are going to experience more or so the same results, the same benefits than if you did all those exercises in just 3 sessions in a week. The advantage of doing 6 sessions and spreading the volume out is that you will spend less time in the fucking gym and probably feel a little bit better, because endless sessions are fucking brutal as shit. So that's one of the main benefits of spreading your volume throughout the week. For fucking endurance training, let's say you're starting to implement a cardio routine. You're starting to implement that jog every morning or something like that. Frequency will yield way better results in endurance than volume alone. What that means is, let's say you have 20 miles, you want to hit 20 miles a week. If you spread those 20 miles through 3 days, you are going to progress way slower than if you pick the same exact 20 miles and spread it to 7 days. Because what happens is, every single night after you did your fucking training, your body is processing that information, taking the stimulus that was introduced during the day and processing it, and starting to order the adaptations that we want to be happening. So higher frequencies, especially when you are dealing with something that involves metabolic processes, it's the best way to go about it. Think about the advice that I just gave to, what's the name of our brother, Danny, about the fucking dieting strategies. Why do you need to be always consistent with your fucking diet? Because you are informing your body what the fuck you want it to do. So you need to be consistent in the information. Mixed signals are going to generate mixed results or suboptimal results. So you need to be really attentive and always give the same information, especially when you are dealing with something that involves more of a metabolic adaptation. Yeah, that's it, bro. I don't know. I think I might I might went on a big tangent, but okay. And if you are following more of a strength training approach, if you're going for strength training, uh, then I think volume is king and fuck frequency. With strength training, like, I progressed in strength, just in strength, doing 2 workouts a week, where I did, like, in one workout I did 10 sets of squats. On the other workout I did 10 sets of overhead presses. And then next week I didn't even squat, I didn't even overhead press, and I did fucking deadlifts and bench presses. And over the months, as the months progresses, every fucking lift progressed just nice. So frequency in strength training is way less important. For muscle building activities, it starts to become important, but volume is still what is going to determine your hypertrophy, how much muscle you are going to be building. And for endurance training and something more on the lines of losing fat, be it your dieting strategies or your cardio strategies or whatever other strategy like intermittent fasting or whatever you are implementing, to whatever you are deploying, it can be a fucking supplement. Whatever you are deploying to lose fat, you need to deploy it fucking consistently. Every fucking day, the same thing. Don't send too many mixed signals to your body, unless from time to time you can do diet breaks, you can do refeeds, you can change a little bit, but usually you will be changing to ramp up the calories, not reduce. So this thing that people were talking a little bit about just a while ago, like on my rest days I'm going to reduce my calories. That's stupid as fuck. That's not the way to go, because you are going to be taking out the resources that you need to recover your body, to build the muscle, to eliminate the fucking fat, to keep your metabolism healthy. So yeah, that's the that's what I have to say about frequency versus volume. I hope that I was able to give you some insight on the matter, Bob. And how are you guys doing, bro? Talk to me. Talk to me. Oh, fuck. I'm liking doing this every fucking day, bro. It's cool. I feel like I have new friends, you know? It's awesome. Okay, I already talked one about supplements, but let's change to another one. Mr. Potato, do you adhere to the 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight rule? That's a tricky question. That's a fucking tricky question. This question should be followed by, are you on a caloric surplus? That's the no, no. That the answer to this question is, are you on a caloric surplus, or are you fucking fat as fuck right now? If you are fat, bro, then you can go way lower on your fucking protein intake, because you are going to be providing so much nutrition to your body, so much energy to your body through your fucking fat and through the rest of your fucking diet. If you are on a surplus, for instance, that you can go a little bit lower on the protein side of the equation. You can go to 0.5, you can go to 0.7, okay? But if you are going for if you are going to a deficit and you are already significantly lean, let's say you are at 20% body fat and you want to drop down to 15, then adequate protein ingestion becomes really, really important. You need to be eating more protein. One, to trigger protein synthesis. Just the mere fact of ingesting protein already triggers protein synthesis and helps your body maintain the muscle mass that it already has, and will potentially be decomposed while you are trying to diet down. So it's pretty important to maintain a higher concentration of protein available in the bloodstream, so you have amino acids to build new muscle and to maintain the muscles that you already have. The muscles are always recycled. I think it's every 3 months. All the protein structures in your entire body are completely recycled. So it's important to maintain, especially when you are going in a deficit and you are emphasizing losing fat. It's important to keep the protein intake a little bit higher. So 1 gram of protein is pretty adequate, but a little bit more. If I was the person dieting, I would go a little bit higher, but that's just because I fucking love eating protein. I don't pay taxes to to eat more protein, although I do pay taxes to eat more protein, but I love fucking protein, bro. I'm eating liver and eating chicken hearts and chicken and beef and fucking pork chops all day. I love that shit. So yeah, that's it, bro. 1 gram of protein is probably the best idea if you are on a deficit. If you are going through a surplus, or you are on a deficit but you are gigantically fat, don't worry too much about it. You can eat a little bit less. So keep at 0.5 to 1, and if you are on a deficit, maybe 1 or 1.5. Okay, that's it. Boom. Oh, let me see what the chat has to say. Failed my first working weight squat today. Third set of 3. Wasn't even muscular failure. Just stumbled forward a bit. Ooh, that sucks, bro. That sucks. Uh, Good thing I had safety arms on. Oh, for sure. Squatting, I always squat without safety, because my fucking squat rack doesn't have the safety arms, and I'm a stupid motherfucker to not buy one. It's just stupidity. But when you are setting up for the squat, bro, to avoid these kinds of problems, you need to be really economical with how many steps you do after you put the barbell on your back, okay? You put the barbell on your back, you unrack it, and you do the least amount of movement that you can before starting the fucking squat. This will save you energy for you to fucking do more for do more work, because staying with the barbell doing 3 4 5 steps back to start squatting is already sapping you a lot of energy, especially in a working set where you are moving heavy weights. So you need to always try to do the same exact routine. You need to practice it so it becomes second nature, and every time you squat, you squat, you do the exact same number of steps, and boom, hit the squat. So let's say you go there, boom, take the bar out, one step, adjust the length of your foot for you to squat as deep as fucking possible, and boom, squat. 2 steps, adjust, squat. That's the way to go, bro. And it will prevent you from having problems walking forward and back and moving too much after you unrack the bar. You need to minimize that shit to the maximum, and only spend the energy in doing the actual squats. That's the way to go, baby. Yo, what's up, Aaron? How you doing, boy? Lol, potato, your knowledge is awesome. Haha, thank you. Your straightforward answers are great, and your passion is evident. It makes your answers extremely entertaining as well as informative. Thank you for your efforts. Let's go, boys! That's it, bro. I fucking love this shit, man. It's not like I don't even feel the time passing, you know. I get tired because thinking in English is a little bit hard for me right now, and expressing these things because I kind of listen it in Portuguese and do an auto translate. I listen to what I'm about to say in Portuguese in my head, and then I'm translating it live. That's why I hit all these words in a kind of with slightly fuck with bad pronunciation. Uh, but yeah, yeah, I fucking love, man. I fucking love this shit. Before I started taking questions on Quora, I spent all my free time reading and learning about lifting for no reason whatsoever. Sometimes it was stuff that I would never use in my own training. It's just that I like it, you know. It's the stuff that I love, baby. Woo! Hell yeah. What's up, Adam? How you doing, boy? Hey, I broke down my thoughts on the fights on UFC today. I know you're more of a boxing guy, but there's one great boxer fighting to that. One of the best boxers of the UFC roster is fighting tonight. The what's the name of the dude? Adrian Yanis is going to be fighting on the main card today. Take a look at that dude. You're going to like his fighting style. His jabs are just insane, man. You are going to love it. Oh, let's see what Aaron has to say. What are your thoughts on intuitive eating? Oh yeah, bro, that's the way to go. I have gotten away with it for bulking, but I imagine it's even harder for a cut. Listen, intuitive eating is the way to go. The thing is, you guys will always hear me talking, bashing on people that count macros, okay? But I'm going to make a how did they say that? I'm going to play devil advocate for counting macros here, okay? Spending 3 months or 4 months counting every single macronutrient that you ingest will empower you with the ability to identify the content, the protein content, the macronutrient content, the calorie content of almost anything that you put your sights on. Unless you're extremely dumb as fuck and you just don't pay attention to what you are logging in your fucking logbook. But if you do pay attention and you look, hey, beets have this much glycemic index. The beets has this many calories. Beets has this many proteins, this many carbs. Then you start to just by looking at a food and knowing pretty much like its textures and stuff, and you already pretty much knows where are you going to be with that piece of food. For instance, you take a look at a fatty cut of meat, or take a look at some fatty fish, and you already know, hey, this is probably 70% protein and 30% fucking fat. So yeah, it's awesome to count macros, to count calories for a while, for you to learn, for you to grab the knowledge of learning how to scan and understand what is inside the foods that you are eating, what you are choosing. And after you have that knowledge, then intuitive eating is the way to go, because man, Nothing pays more than sanity. Okay, OCDing about stuff is insanity, bro. You are going to affect your social life. Your social life is extremely important for how your body function, bro. So you can't be all that crazy about counting fucking calories and counting fucking macros. Just know, hey, each 3 meals, each time I do 3 fucking awesome meals where I'm going to be eating mostly vegetables, mostly meats, mostly grains. I'm not that big of a grains guy, but yeah, mostly I eat mostly vegetables and fucking meats, and on the fourth meal, bro, it's pizza, bro. It's fucking pork chops full of barbecue. I don't give a single shit. I already did three clean meals. It's time to go for that dirty one, you know. And you can lose all the fat that you want following that. The strategy that I like the most to cut the fucking fat is just ramp up cardio and fuck the world. So I guess that I hope that answers your questions. Um, mm, one way to intuitively know that you are introducing a fucking cut. Okay. First thing is probably using intermittent fasting is pretty good. Okay. But you need to feel before you take your first meal of the day. You need to feel, when your stomach is completely empty and you feel that you have full control of it, and like you can really tight it up, and you feel that your fucking stomach is absolutely empty. At least once a day, feel that way. Okay, use intermittent fasting and make sure that once a day you are in complete control of your fucking stomach. There's nothing inside it. You feel it tight as fuck. It doesn't mean that you are already fucking losing fat, but it's an intuitive cue for you to know that at least you are letting your fucking digestive system complete its entire cycle, And it's the way that I cut like that. I just make sure that at least once a day I'm feeling in full control of my abs, of my core, and I ramp up my fucking cardio. So I make sure that, let's say, every day, these days, every day I'm running like 30 minutes. 30 minutes eliminates about 500 calories for me. If I wanna lose more weight, I just ramp up to 45 minutes, and then I'm destroying 700 calories. If I wanna destroy 1,000 calories, then I just ramp up to 1 hour a day, and that's it, bro. It's way easier than counting anything, bro. Just count how many miles, how many minutes you are doing your fucking cardio, and the levels of energy that you get after you establish a routine with cardio is insane, bro. I don't know anybody that wakes up with as high. I wake up like happy as fuck and ready to blast through walls. Like my body simply sends a fucking surge of energy right out of the bat because it knows it's time for cardio, baby. Let's go. And I just go like, I don't know what's the name of that cartoon, that it's a coyote. A coyote. How do I say that? Fuck that cartoon, bro. Ah, speaking of which, my battery is already running low. When I start stuttering like that, Wiley Coyote, yeah, that's it. That's the guy that takes that fucking shit that says bloop, bloop. Yeah, Roadrunner, yeah, Roadrunner, that dude, yeah. I wake up like the Roadrunner, bro. I go like, woo! The only one capable to keep up is my border collie, bro. My dog. When I wake up, it's already on the door, like looking at me. You don't skip your cardio today, motherfucker. But fuck, yeah. Let's see if there anything else here. Awesome. I'm trying to focus on depth and reps before moving up. TSJ is doing squats, my boys. So that's very fair. Gotta practice. Yeah, that's a way to improve. That's one way to improve your fucking squats. Be economical with your setup. Your setup spends a fuck ton of energy. You might be losing 1 to 2 reps each set just because you are not being economical with your fucking setup. So you go there, pick the weight up, 2 steps back, open your stance to the appropriate width that you use, the appropriate distance that you place your feet, and start squatting, bro. Ah, and remember to fucking brace and all that shit before you pick the weight up. But that's it. Focusing on depth and reps. How many reps are you doing TSJ? If you don't mind me asking. Whoa. Do you research fitness and resistance training in Portuguese or in English? Always in English. I read some textbook. There's one lab here in Brazil that they have really cutting edge science on muscle physiology. I don't remember the names of the scientists, but they are from the University of São Paulo, and they are really good muscle physiologists. So for their studies, I like to read their studies in Portuguese because they express themselves better in Portuguese. The textbooks that they put out in Portuguese are way better, and there's always some insights that I don't get when I'm reading English textbooks, like the slow twitch muscle fibers. It's from them that I got that idea, because they call, here in Portuguese they call slow twitch muscle fibers red muscle fibers, and fast twitch muscle fibers white muscle fibers. And then in the textbooks there's like images from the muscle fibers themselves, and you can see right on the image like the slow twitch muscle fibers is all red, full of blood, and the fast twitch muscle fiber is all white and kind of like yellowish and full of fucking glycogen and all those fuels for anaerobic contraction, So it's fucking awesome to maybe. I would love to have way many other languages that I could pull off from, because one of the most premier exercise physiology labs in the world come from Japan, from a guy called Kubo, and it must be really awesome to see Kubo's insights in Japanese if I knew how to how to read Japanese, but unfortunately I only have two fucking languages to work with. Okay, leg days twice a week, 3 sets of 8 to 10 at the moment. That's fucking gnarly, bro. That's awesome. I would suggest you, since you are going for depth, um, in the warm up sets, when you are ramping up to your working sets, start introducing pauses. But remember, when you are working up, use less reps than you are going to be using in your fucking working set. Okay, so let's say you are doing a heavy working set with 75 to 85% of your one rep max on these 3 sets of 8 to 10 that you are doing. When you are ramping up to them, when you are going like with 35% intensity, 55% intensity, 65% intensity, reduce the reps to 3 to 5. In your warm-ups, you don't need to be doing a ton of fucking reps, because that is also one thing. Just like the setup is sapping energy from the main working sets, the ones that you really want to have everything to unleash destruction to the muscle. Okay, so reduce it, and give that pause on the bottom. That will really emphasize your fucking depth and build upon your depth, because it will teach your body to sit down with the weight on your back and sit on the bottom of the squat, and then conjure all the strength and remove all the momentum from bouncing up and down. That's a good strategy for squats. Pretty soon I will mm, find a way to make my setup here and show you guys the workouts that I do here in my living room. That's exactly the way that I fucking do my squats. Let's see. Bob. Lunges and deadlifts tire me out. I can't do both in the same session. Is this normal or lack of work capacity? Listen, bro. Listen. In which order you do them? That's one. No, no, that's not what I'm going to ask you. Okay. Deadlifts will fry everything. If you're doing a really good deadlift session, and you do deadlifts before anything, you are going to fry everything. You are going to disrupt everything, and all the rest of the workout is going, unless it's some really specific accessory and you are doing some isolation work that will be conducive to strengthening a specific weak chain of the link. Unless you are doing that after deadlifts, you can't do much after deadlifts unless you are doing deadlifts really light, which is not the main purpose of doing fucking deadlifts in the first place. So deadlifts always the last exercise that you are going to do in your workout because they destroy your fucking central nervous system, and your strength is going to go away completely. Okay, so a good example, for instance, I can do like 14 15 like pristine good pull-ups. Okay, if I do deadlifts and I go do pull-ups, I don't do one. That should be your fucking goal. Okay, go do your fucking deadlifts and then test it out. Can I do pull-ups still? If you still can do pull-ups, you probably should be go harder. You probably should go harder on your fucking deadlifts. As for lunges and deadlifts, if you don't do lunges before deadlifts, here's the thing: lunges are gnarly on your fucking glutes and hamstrings. Okay, that motion of doing the lunge forward, it stretches the fucking hamstrings and the glutes. So that generates muscle disruption. It disrupts the muscle that you are going to be using to move weights with the fucking deadlifts later. So it's not really that great. That it's not really fuck. It's not really a great idea to do lunges before deadlifts, but it's a great idea to do lunges after you did high bar squats, because the high bar squats are going to emphasize more of your quads, and your glutes and hamstrings are going to be slightly less stimulated than they should be. And then you throw some fucking lunges on top of that, and you have complete leg development in a single session. That's the way to go, baby. And me in particular about deadlifts. When I do deadlifts, I only do deadlifts, and that's it. Really particular thing that I do when I deadlift is I just set a target for the workout. Okay, I'm going to pull 30 times today. Okay, and I don't do reps like touch and go, or like even stopping and with the bar always on my hands. I do singles. It's all singles. I'm not doing one rep maxes. I'm doing singles. Let's say I'm using 85% of my one rep max, and I do a single, reset, restart, follow all my cues, brace, grab the bar attentively, focus on where is my foot placement, how my technique is, pull another single, reset, focus, do everything all over again. Every single time that I'm pulling, I'm resetting and I'm rethinking everything that I need to think to stay fucking tight as shit and to pull with maximum force and velocity. Because the thing is, uh, the place in your deadlift that you are going to screw yourself is in the beginning of the deadlift. It's when the deadlift is coming from the ground to your fucking knees, okay? And you want to pass through that portion of the lift as fast as fucking possible and as tight as you fucking can, because it's there that your fucking lower back is going to get smushed if you have poor technique. So reset your technique every single time. Make sure every single pull you are as stable as you can, and you will. Then there's a lot of things that are going to happen here if you do this. One, you will pull way more weight. You are going to progress way faster on the fucking deadlift because essentially you are doing a fucking single every single time, and you are going to be in a way better position to assume better leverage and protect yourself. So consider this. Consider using fucking singles in your deadlifts. Make a target, like, let's say if you otherwise would be doing 5 sets of 5, that's 25 reps. So pull 25 singles. It's the same volume, but you will do the same volume with more quality and with more protection. It's way better. Woo! Let's see what we have here. It's interesting that you are capable of studying in both languages, though I certainly understand picking up more nuance in your native language. Yeah, the thing is like this. The best information around is in English, okay? If you want good information, English, always. The best information is in English. But I can exactly like you said, the studies that are in Portuguese and some stuff that I know when I'm talking to someone that is from in the field here from Brazil that don't speak English, sometimes they give me some insight that is something that I don't listen to it a lot. It's not popular opinion in English or something like that. So I can combine both things and then bring new insights that I know that I don't see very often online in English, because it comes from a different school of thought. School of thought. Yeah, and this applies. I was talking about this with a friend just yesterday. The your native language, like even if you're talking about philosophy or other things, like if you see a Russian writer, you will see that they are extremely romantic in the way that they present information, and if you see a German writer, like the guy, those boys are, it's all direct, it's straightforward as shit. If you pick the English information, it kind of creates a glorification of whatever the hell you are talking about. So each language has a specific way, and a specific way of perceiving information and expressing information. I think language is way more impactful than people think. Like, I know my personality when I'm talking in English is way different than when I'm talking in Portuguese. There are studies corroborating with what I'm saying here, but this is more on the realms of speculation. Whew. What's up, Jason? How you doing, boy? Yeah! Fuck yeah! Qual é, Léo? E aí, Léo? Vamos lá, bro! Seja bem-vindo, brother. Uh, what do you think about weighted box step-ups? Weighted box step-ups, okay? What's up, by the way? Thanks for all the info, bro. Let's go, bro. No problem, man. I'm here. I'm here to help, bro. What brings joy to my fucking life is helping you guys get strong as fuck and lose fat and all that shit. Hell yeah, bro. What do you think about weighted box step-ups? I don't have an opinion on it. I never prescribed it to anyone. I never done it myself, so I don't have an opinion. I don't know how it feels to do it. If I knew how I felt doing it, I could say something based on more on experience than my perceived from outside. I never done the exercise, so I don't know. I can't tell you anything about it. Sorry. Uh, yeah, many programs start with deadlifts, so I was doing that. On a leg day, I start with lunges. Awesome. Yeah, starting with lunges. Use lunges as a finisher, okay? Use lunges to finish your workout, because that stretch mediated hypertrophy that lunges can provide to your glutes and hamstrings, it's going to really disrupt the muscle cell, and you don't want your muscle cell to be disrupted so early in the workout. So let's say with squats, okay? With squats, what is being destroyed in squats, it's primarily your central nervous system, okay? And your lower back will limit how much disruption you can introduce to your legs. So if you start your workouts with squats, you can do a lot of other things later, because you are not being limited by your fucking legs. You are being limited by your central nervous system and your ability of your lumbar spine of not breaking in half. So you start with fucking squats, and then you move forward to other things like lunges. You can do CC squats. You can do stuff that you can really bring mayhem to the muscle, do tons of fucking reps and get crippled and not able to walk. If you're able to walk your way to the parking lot, you failed. So leg presses are also an awesome exercise to do after squats, because with leg presses, the only thing that are doing the fucking work is the fucking legs. So in the you can in a leg press you can completely obliterate your legs, while in the squats you are limited by other things. So squats are also an option for the beginning of your fucking workout. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Jason. Sorry, bro. Like, I wish I had an opinion on what you asked. I'm going to visit a CrossFit gym just around the corner this week, and then if you show up on the lives, I'll tell you what I think about it. Okay. if I still function as a human being, I need to hit deadlifts harder. God, yeah, yeah, boys, yeah, fuck yeah, bro. If you're still functioning, if you are in one piece, you still have hands that work and you still have legs that work and a fucking back that can stabilize your body against heavy fucking resistance, you need to be doing fucking deadlifts, bro. Deadlifts are the shit. Fuck yeah. What are your predictions for tonight's main event, bro? The prediction for the main event today is that Easy is going to take the fucking will take Alex Pereira to the ground and is going to either finish him or tire him out. If he stay on if he stays on his feet fighting against Alex Pereira, he already knows what happens when he stays on his feet against Alex Pereira. Alex has his number, bro. He's not taking Alex out on his feet. If he want to win, if Easy wants to win this fight, he needs to take out Alex to the ground and finish him there. That's the best way for him. And the fight that I really want to see, Adam, is fucking Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal, because those two dudes have fucking lion's heart, you know. It's going to be an incredible fight. There's also a young kid fighting in the main card called Raul Rosas Jr., that has a killer instinct to him, great wrestling and great. I just showed I even put a highlight here of him before, because check out this feint, bro. Check out this feint, bro. Look, boom, feint. Oh fuck! This kid is the truth, bro. This kid is the truth. This is a guy that you guys need to be watching tonight. He's insane. Yeah, and for you, Adam, that loves fucking boxing, the fight from Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. Adrian Yanez has the best hands in the UFC right now. He is fucking insane. You are going to love watching him box. I don't think Rob can even get close to him to use his jiu-jitsu. You know, he's going to be Adrian is going to maintain his at distance just with jabbing, and it's fucking insane, bro. My real name is Guilherme. Guilherme. Yeah, but can call me Guy. But Potato is my nickname since I have 4 years old. It's because of the what's the name of that cartoon? Top Cat. This fucking cartoon here. It's because of this character. This this stupid character right here. Here in Brazil, his name is Batatinha, which means little potato. And I used to have a white jacket, and I used a purple sweater below the white jacket, and people called me Batatinha because of it. So it stuck. It got stuck. Even at work, people call me Batatinha. Yeah, Top Cat is awesome, bro. Fucking mobster cat. Batatinha is like this. Woo! Hey guys, I'm already fucking tired, so I think I'm going to finish today's live. Oh, my first name like this, Guilherme. Guillermo. Yeah. If you guys have any other questions for us to close, just so I don't go away out of the sudden. If anyone wanna send the one last question before we close this off, send it right now, or don't send it anywhere. Oh fuck. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, bro. Hey, Portuguese is fucking hard as shit to learn, bro. It's really complicated. So if you wanna learn Portuguese, start now, brother, because it's fucking hard as shit to learn. What sort of music do I like? Dude, I like hip hop, a lot of hip hop, and but I grew up as a metal kid. You know, I used to play in a heavy metal band even 10 years ago. About 10 years ago, I used to sing in a heavy metal band. So not heavy metal, it was death metal. That's why I can do like yeah and this kinds of stuff and brother. Yeah. And but I love hip hop a lot. I listen to a fuck ton of hip hop, and yeah, I'm pretty eclectic. I like jazz. I like music in general. I learned music from my father, who was a bossa nova player, and he played the guitar and sung, and so I was always around music growing up. So I know I like pretty much every style that is well executed. I fucking love it. And that's what took me to death metal, because death metal musicians are fucking insane, bro. They're one of the best musicians on the planet. They're all in death metal bands. It's fucking awesome. So that's it, bros. Any more questions for us to close this off? Hell yeah, that's the way to go, baby. That's the way to go. Keep an open mind. And hey, there's that phrase that Joe Rogan is always saying. I think it's a great phrase. It's from the Book of Five Rings from Miyamoto Musashi. Let's close with that shit, man, because it's a really gnarly face. The one who see the way thoroughly can see it in everything, you know. So if you keep an open mind, bro, and you don't marry yourself to your opinions or for a style of training, a style of music that you like, and you open your horizons to learn from other things, you can bring the things that you learn in one style to the other, and that's really the best way to go about life, in my humble opinion, you know. I think that I progressed the most in my training life was in endurance training, because the first time that I ever went out to for a jog, I jogged for 400 meters and I was dying, you know. And now I'm able to jog forever. Like I can jog for an entire day if I want to. And what I did was exactly pick the things that I learned in weight training and building strength, which is you don't need to kill yourself. Actually, you need to wave load. You need to reduce the fucking intensity so you can keep ramping up your fucking volume. And I applied that to the running. And in the running community, everybody said, "Man, you are not going to go anywhere doing this thing that you are doing. You need to go hard. You need to go crazy. You need to burst into flames every time that you go out." And all I did was no, if my body is asking me to start walking, I started walking. If my body asked me, hey, this is too fucking hard, I stopped the training right then and there. And every day I kept showing up, kept showing up, kept showing up. The distance that I can go kept increasing, kept increasing, kept increasing. After I built enough distance, I had the ability to go for long distance. Then the speed started to come more speed, more speed, more speed. So the best way to go about it is just keep it fucking easy, bro. Go easy. Go easy, but go every day. Okay? And that's what we are going to do with these fucking lives. It's not going to be that long of a fucking life, but we are going to be here every day, and I expect you guys back here tomorrow. Thanks a lot, bro. Oh, one last question here from Bob. I was looking at PPL, full body and upper lower. They all have downsides. I think I have to adjust to what my body can recover from. What program are you on? Custom? Yeah, yeah. I'm running a custom program. When you're doing this for as long as I'm doing this, it's more of a question of what is not hurting today. Well, and how am I feeling today? Am I feeling good enough to be hitting some gnarly sets of squats? If I'm feeling great and I feel like, yeah, today I'm going to hit squats, it's the day that I'm going to hit squats. But maybe I had so many things to do in my work or so many stressors on my life that day, and I know that if I go under the bar for a session of squats, I'm going to perform poorly. So then I switch the workouts to something that is more more easy to execute. Something like, hey, I'm going to hit my arms and shoulders and just grab a nice pump, look myself in the mirror and feel awesome. Yeah, fuck yeah. And then I'm going to do that if I'm already tired and I want to have a little victory in my day, you know. And if I'm feeling pumped up to work out that day, the pre-workout hit just the right neurons, then I emphasize going for the heavy shit. I do a fucking deadlift session, or I do fucking squats, lunges, and bridges, and fuck yeah, that's how I go about it. But if you want to have standard schedule of training for yourself. Any of the three options are awesome. And you say they have downsides. No, I don't think they have downsides. It's just a question of how many times a week you can exercise. If you can go 3 times a week, go for PPL. If you can only go 2 times a week, go for upper lower. If you can only go once or 3 times a week, then go for a fucking full body. Another idea that you can do is do PPL focused on hypertrophy Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesday, and do an upper lower focus on strength on your Tuesdays and Fridays, and then rest for the weekends. That's a great way to go, bro. Hey, TSJ, thanks for the kind word, bro. Thank you for the kind words. Uh, let's go, Bob. That's it, bro. That's it. That's what I want. I will always try to do my best for the people that are here with me. I don't really want to do. Let's say I build this thing into something that is more monetizable over time. I don't know. I don't have any aspiration as having like thousands and thousands of people watching this. I really prefer to be doing something more underground and really impacting other people's lives directly. That's what I loved about Quora. If you guys saw the message that I get from people, it's insanity, bro. Like people losing 200 pounds of fat. It's insane. Another guy used to be a power lifter and couldn't squat anymore because of all the mileage on his body. And I answered him on Quora, teaching him how to rehab his lower back and solve his sciatica problems. And just last month he sent me a picture of him winning a meet at his age at 63 years old. He squatted 220 kilos. So fuck, bro, how can I not be stoked about what I'm doing here? So thank you all for being here with me, and um, I expect you guys back tomorrow, eh? Let's go. Stay on the iron path, my brothers. Peace.